All right. Can everybody hear me? Can I get a thumbs up there? Awesome. Well, hello and welcome to our 21st Early Years Healthy Start Fair, but our third ever virtual one. I'm Amber Bruner, the Early Years Healthy Start Fair coordinator. And on behalf of my team and we want to welcome you and thank you so much for coming today and taking the time out of your busy schedule to learn more about what resources and services are available to you and your family during this time. So, before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge and express gratitude for living, working, and playing on the ancestral, traditional, and unceded territory of the Sunamos, Snanawas, and Staminas people. We are grateful to be hosting this virtual fair for Nanaimo families on the traditional and unceded territory. So, all of you here today are parents or caregivers or have some connection to a child 0 to 6. And at today's fair, you will be getting a taste of what free resources and services are available to you and your family currently during COVID. You will hear from 10 different organizations in Nanaimo. As we hear from each speaker, their contact information will be posted into the group chat, as well as I'll send you an email just in case you want to get a hold of the speakers with any questions that you might have. All the information that you learn about today can be found on our website at www.nanaimoearlyyears.org. And don't worry, at the end of the fair, I will show you how to access that site. Our fair is going to last an hour. And then at the end of the fair, I will let you know how you can receive your $10 grocery gift card for your participation. Your sound is already muted. And you're welcome to turn your video off if you feel more comfortable or if you have a weak Wi-Fi signal. So I want to give you a little bit of a background about the Early Years Healthy Start Fairs. As I said before, this is our 21st fair, but our third ever virtual fair. Back in 2014, the Greater Nanaimo Early Years Partnership did a huge community consult. And the feedback that we received from parents was that there was so many great resources and services in Nanaimo, but there was no one place to go to find out about all of them. So with that information, we decided that the best course of action would be to build a website, a sort of one-stop shop that would have all the information about all the free resources and services available to families with kids 0 to 6. And most of you are familiar with our website, nanaimoearlyyears.org. Then in 2017, we wanted to take it one step further. So we had the idea of a sort of traveling roadshow, a one-stop shop physical fair of early years services that traveled to different locations and was offered at different times of the week and different days of the week in order to reach those families that we weren't reaching instead of expecting the families to come to us. So from 2017 to 2020, we hosted 18 fairs with the generous support, of the Children's Health Foundation and of Coastal Community Credit Union. And then in March, COVID hit, and we had to revisit how we were offering these fairs to the community. So we went virtual. And here we are having our third virtual Early Years Healthy Start Fair. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker is Grace Bell, and she's the recreational coordinator for the city of Nanaimo. Grace?
Thanks, Amber. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So as Amber said, I'm a recreation coordinator with the city of Nanaimo, and I oversee the early years and children's portfolios. So that gives me ages 0 to 5 and 6 to 11. And we provide a variety of recreational activities such as music, art, dance, sports, etc. And we've been very fortunate throughout COVID that the majority of our children's programming has been able to continue with some changes, some reduction in class sizes and more space between participants. But for the most part, we've been able to continue running all of our children's programming. But what I do want to talk about is the few changes that we've had to make at Parks and Rec in order to accommodate being in accordance with the public health order and just to help our programs run smoothly. So to let you know how you can still access our programs. So the biggest thing that you might have noticed is that we are no longer producing an activity guide. And our activity guide was our #1 way of communicating our programs and activities to the public. We would do 2 per year, a spring summer, which was April to August, and a fall winter, which was September to March. But what we found is that no sooner had it been printed, well, that information was no longer accurate because of changes we've had to make. So what we're doing right now is really encouraging people to go to our website for the most up-to-date information, because we can update it there daily as it changes. If program locations and times change, we can update it there regularly. So that's at recreation.nanaimo.ca. We are still printing a few very small black and white program guides, and those are available in our 3 facilities that are currently open to the public. So that's the Nanaimo Aquatic Center, the Bowen Park Center, and the Oliver Woods Community Center. And we're also still taking registration in person in those 3 locations, as well as online and by phone, which we are encouraging to keep numbers down in our facilities right now. Another one of our big changes that we've had to accommodate is the no spectator rule in accordance with the public health order as well. So the vast majority of our children's programming has gone to a parent participation model so that the parent and the child are registered participants in our programs and therefore can both come into the facility and participate in the activity. We do have children's programming that is not parent participation. So if you're signing up for one of those programs, you will be able to bring your child into the facility, but you as a parent are not able to stay for the duration of that class. So those tend to be for our older children, 3, 4, 5, and up. And access to our facilities has been restricted as well. So people are being admitted about 5 minutes prior to a session. So you can no longer show up and wait inside until your program starts. So it's really good if you're signing up for one of our programs to make sure that you show up as close to the program start time as possible. A couple other big changes. One has been our public skating and our public swimming. We can't have drop-in programs anymore. So these have become pre-registered sessions. So if you want to sign up for a public swim or a public skate, you have to do that ahead of time. And it is a 72-hour window before the session starts. So if, for example, you wanted to come to a public swim session on a Thursday morning at 10 a.m., registration for that would start on the Monday morning at 10 a.m. and would be open for the 72 hours up until the beginning of that program. And we do offer full withdrawals on everything currently. If you're unwell and are unable to attend, you will be refunded for those sessions that you've booked for as well, because obviously we're asking people not to attend our facilities if they're unwell. And we're very excited that our swimming lessons are finally going to start again. So swimming lessons are beginning January 10th, which I believe is this Sunday. And the biggest change that you will see there as a parent of a little one is that parents are being asked or have to come into the water with children under the age of 7. So it used to be that you only had to come in the water with your toddlers and your 3 and 4-year-olds. But in order to assist with the lessons and the physical distancing and safety requirements that all the lifeguards have undergone training for and instructors have undergone training for, if your child is under the age of 7, you will be asked to come into the water with them now. So I did forget to start my timer. I'm really sorry. I hope I'm sneaking in under my 5-minute mark there. So that's all I have. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Grace. So next up, we will have Caitlin McCorkle. She is the financial consultant for Coastal Community Credit Union. Caitlin?
Hi guys, can you hear me? I just want to clarify one thing. I'm not the financial consultant at Coastal Community. I am a manager here. My financial consultant, we had to pivot last minute, so it's me talking today. So I'm joining you from Coastal Community Credit Union. We are the largest island-based credit union here on Vancouver Island, and we're the biggest truly local credit union left standing. We're here to serve island people, so every dollar we make goes right back into the communities we live in, helping people like you. So why we're here, Coastal loves to support the early years fairs because their mission and ours is alike in that we want to educate and support local islanders like yourselves Our biggest goal, though, is to enrich the financial health of every member that walks through our door. And we believe that that should start right at the very beginning. And that's why I'm here to touch on RESPs today. Some of you listening may know what they are. They're registered education savings plans. I have limited time, so I'm not going to go into great detail all the intricacies of what they are. But I think what's most important for you to know is that there's a lot of free money available from the Government of Canada to assist you with putting your children through school when that time comes. We have someone here from VIU, I think, who's going to touch on the grants and the bonds that you can apply for. So I think what's more important for you to understand from me is just how easy the application process is. I speak to a lot of young families every day, and their main hindrance when it comes to setting the plan up is that they seem to think that it's difficult to do. And I'm here to tell you that it's just not. We try our best to make it simple and easy for you because we know you're busy. Every family situation is different. So based on your individual situation and needs, we'll ask you to give us some basic information that can be found on your most recent tax slips in most cases. We'll ask you a few questions about your family, and then we do the rest. We can do it in a variety of different ways. In this COVID world, we're super flexible. The world doesn't just stop just because you can't attend a branch to get this done. We can meet with you virtually. We can have something signed by e-sign. We also have 23 branches all up and down the island. So if you are able to and willing, you can go in person, talk to an expert, and ask us a million questions, and we're happy to answer all of them. A lot of people also worry about applying for the different grants and bonds, and will they qualify? How does that work? We do all of that for you right at the beginning. So in the initial application phase, so basically for you, it's set it and forget it. You come meet with us once and it's done. From there, though, in the initial application phase, we like to have a discussion with you about your budget. How much can you contribute? Whether it's $5 a month, $500 a month, or you want to do lump sum payments periodically, it's all totally achievable. We're super flexible, and we can work with you to help you make a plan. What's most important to us is that you just start somewhere, and we're here to help you do that. The other thing I want you guys to know is that RESPs have really, really evolved over the years. I think a lot of people hesitate to set them up because they worry that they won't be able to access their money easily when the time comes, or they worry that if their child doesn't attend post-secondary, they'll lose all their money. That's a complete misnomer. It's so simple to access the funds when you need them. And also for a variety of different reasons. It's not just tuition. A child can use the money for living expenses while they're at school, tuition, books, any costs associated with living and going to school. So there's lots of ways to use and access the funds. If they don't attend school, you do receive all of your principal money back. So no money is actually lost. So really, I think I'm way under my time, but that is all I really wanted to say. We're here for you to make it easy for you. Please contact me if you have any questions, or visit our website, cccu.ca, for more information on the topic. And I think Blake is next, and he's going to give you some really good information on the grants and bonds. But that's all I had to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Caitlin. All right, next up we have Jenny Short. Jenny is from Nanaimo Food Share, and she is the Good Food Box coordinator. Jenny?
Hi, so my name's Jenny. I'm with Nanaimo Food Share. And so one of the roles I have is with the Good Food Box program. And if it's not something that you're familiar with, it's a bulk buying program that we run that just helps the community get better access to fresh fruits and vegetables. We know at Food Share that fresh fruits and vegetables play such a huge part in the development of children, and we want to make sure that everyone has equal access to those. Due to COVID, we did actually expand the program, so we are now running weekly instead of monthly. So boxes are available every Thursday. We sort them at Bebin at the Centennial Building, and that's also where people can pick them up, or we are also offering free delivery. We have quite a nice team of volunteer drivers that are delivering within Nanaimo and Cedar. So this way, if somebody's not able to drive or uncomfortable going to the grocery store or it's needing to self-isolate, we just wanted to make sure that everybody was available to have access to the boxes. So each Good Food box has usually between 7 to 8 different types of produce, and they're valued at over $20. So on average, the boxes contain apples, oranges, bananas, carrots, onion, celery, and rotating vegetables. We're really fortunate this past year, we actually expanded our 2 urban farms in Nanaimo. And so we are quite often able to get locally grown seasonal vegetables in the boxes. And starting in the new year, so just this is actually our first week doing it, the boxes are now available on a pay what you can model. So it's the same box no matter how you order it. So the boxes are available for $5, $10, or $15, with some emergency no cost boxes available. So what that does is a $5 box is still subsidized by some of our grants. A $10 box covers the cost of the food, and a $15 box covers the cost and donates back into the program. So we kind of like to let people know if you pay $15, you're buying your box and the other half of one of the $5 boxes for another person ordering. So with the boxes, I will actually post in the chat for everybody. Boxes can be ordered on our website, or there is a Good Food Box phone number, and there are more FAQs and that kind of thing on the website. And then with that, what we've also introduced is a food navigator. So we have Brenna, who's on staff, and she is a licensed dietitian, and she is available for phone meetings to discuss your specific concerns with your diet, your children's diets, or just having access to food in the community, because there are many different places that offer different services. So Brenna has taken the time to compile all of that and just wants to help people be as healthy as they can be and is there to answer questions for people. So she has an email, which I'll also put in the chat, and then she schedules phone meetings with people. So that way she knows she has enough time for everyone. And then what we also have started offering due to COVID is free online cooking classes and educational videos through the Nanaimo Food Share YouTube channel. So there are cooking videos for kids, there's gardening videos, and just general things about our specific environment. We have found that kids are much more excited about trying new foods and eating new foods when they're part of cooking them and have had a hand in growing, cooking, and all those things. So, and we're always adding things to our YouTube channel. And we do also offer virtual classes through our Facebook page that parents can sign up for that do fall under the BC curriculum. So it's a great addition to a kid's fun education. And I think that is it for my time. I know it's kind of a lot of information all at once, but those are all the links to our Facebook page, or sorry, our website, the Food Navigator, my specific email, and our YouTube channel. And I think that's my exact 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Jenny. And just remember that you can find all this information on our website at nanaimoearlyyears.org, as well as I will be sending you out a sheet with all the speakers and their contact information on it. So next up, we have Kelly Rollier. Kelly is from the Aboriginal Child and Youth Mental Health, and she is an outreach community support worker. Kelly?
There. Good morning. I'm really pleased to be here this morning, and I have a little bit of information about what we do at Child and Youth Mental Health. Quite often, we may experience reactions from parents and going, oh no, my child, not mental health. We see children from, or families from 0 to up to 19 years old. And with the COVID restrictions, we are still business as usual. We are open Monday to Friday from 9 to 4:30. We are doing online groups and support circles for parents and topic specific information sessions for parents. With the older children, we can do Zoom therapy, but we also see children and families in person with social distancing in mind, of course. So mental health simply means working with people who may be experiencing difficulties with thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. And so that's a really simple way of explaining the entire gambit of what we work with, primarily thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. So a referral to child and youth mental health is very easy. You can self-refer yourself. Your general practitioner or your nurse can refer, a school can refer. Initially, when you call our line, you'll give basic information, phone number, address, how many people in the family, that type of thing. And then an intake interview will be scheduled, and that'll be online or by phone with a clinician, and that takes approximately 60 minutes, as much as 90 minutes. But of course, we're able to break that up into 2 sessions if need be, because it's a lot of information and a lot of questions for families. So we're really aware of that. Then after the intake's completed, based on risk and need of the child or the family, many of our children will receive services in a very short period of time. There is concern that sometimes we run a wait list, but most children are seen within a short period of time and some immediately. You can also attend our walk-in clinic Wednesdays and Thursdays from 9 a.m. Till noon and 1 to 3 o'clock. Please call our office prior to attending at the office. So what services do we offer? We offer, like I mentioned, parent groups via Zoom. As I work with families, if I hear a topic that continually comes up, well, then I'll put together a parent group. Recently, we did COVID and stress, which is very difficult for most families right now. So that was really well attended. We also do children's groups as available, sometimes, certainly not in person at this moment, but for the older children, we can do them online. The children receive one-on-one therapy via Zoom, phone, or in person. And with each case, all parents get parent support. So the clinician will work directly with the child and the parent, and then an additional person like myself will reinforce the new tools that are being learned or supply information to parents. So there's always a lot of support for parents. And early childhood mental health does happen in young children. Early childhood experiences shape the architecture of the brain. So some children who are experiencing a lot of inconsistencies may start developing, we see very often anxiety disorders in young children, attention deficits start recognizable at an early age. Young children do get depression or low mood. Unfortunately, some children experience post-traumatic stress disorder type symptoms. And we also work with children who are on the autism spectrum, so Asperger's and autism, and also FASD, of course. So we always work with the parent primarily with very young children. We offer play therapy depending on the age of the younger child. But the good news in all this is that most potential mental health problems will not become a problem long term if we respond to them and have the appropriate services in place at a very young age. And so that's the good news. So my contact information will be included. Please call me if you have any questions at all. I have no problem sending information, and thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you so much, Kelly. All right, so next up, we are going to have Melanie Halpin-Kunel. Melanie is from Crossroads Pregnancy Center. Melanie?
Good morning, everybody. I think we're so fortunate to live in a community where we have this many services, and it's just great to see and hear from these people today. We are a part of this community, and we offer services for people before, during, and after pregnancy. So I'd like to tell you a little bit more about us. Crossroads Pregnancy Center has been around for over 20 years, serving the community of the Mid-Vancouver Island. And we have a really cool history going on, which we think is really cool, but what I think is important to you is that we have some very dedicated staff and volunteers who make everything work here. One of our purposes is to provide services to people who, when we say before pregnancy, to be clearer, it's once you find out you're pregnant. And sometimes that comes as a surprise. In fact, about half of the people who find themselves pregnant are surprised. And we are here to take the time with you to talk about the options that are available to you. Once you have decided that you would like to proceed with your pregnancy, we are here to support you and the child up to the age of 2. We have all kinds of practical help resources. So if you need baby equipment, you need help with diapers or formula or clothing, we have all those things available to lend out to you when you're done with them, except for the diapers. Then you bring the equipment back to us and we carry on lending that out to the community. Another area that we look after is supporting pregnancy loss. Very sadly, some people will experience pregnancy loss in their attempts at having a family, and we want to very confidentially and with great sensitivity offer support through that time. Sometimes even years will go by before you realize that you're looking for some much needed help, and we are that place for you. Okay, and I wanted to touch on the fact that we have not only practical support, but education available to people who are starting the pregnancy, the early years for their children, how to parent, even co-parenting. We've got courses on life skills and how to be in a positive, loving relationship. If there's a dad on the picture, we hope that in so many situations there is, we've got courses for dad as well. And whether you're parenting together or separately, there's some really good information. And then we also have bonus courses. Have you ever heard, for instance, of Dunstan Baby Language? A woman in Australia has developed a way to understand and communicate with your baby. And so You can find out more about that by coming through the center, and we can get you signed up. You may not need all the resources we have, but you may need some of them. They're always free. They're always confidential. We're supported through the community, and it has kept us going all these years, helping thousands of people through the early stages of pregnancy. And I would like to wrap up by telling you just, for the COVID guidelines, we have everything in place. And we, of course, ask that you wear a mask in the center, and we will all be wearing masks, and we'll have everything sanitized for you. We also are partnered with FoodShare, who we heard from this morning. And so we have some of the FoodShare resources here, and we've got other resources that we're going to be receiving from the community to help with the food available to you. And we are open Monday through Thursday, 9 till 4:30. If you would like to hear more about the courses that we have, about any of the supports that I've mentioned, please, you can find us through the Early Years Healthy Start Fair website that Amber has provided. I believe it's down in the chat as well. And we'd love to hear from you. We also have a text line available. So feel free, give us a call, send us a text. We're here to serve you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Melanie. All right, next up, we're going to have Sandy Halverson. So Sandy is from Parent Support Services of BC. Sandy?
Hi, thanks, Amber. Good morning and Happy New Year. Parent Support Services is a province-wide nonprofit organization supporting families in BC since 1974. As a parent of grown children, I know that parenting is not only one of the most rewarding jobs, it can also be one of the most challenging. For more than 45 years, we've supported families by offering self-help, peer support style groups for parents and others in a parenting role. One of our underlying beliefs as an organization is that parents love their children and they know themselves and their children best. Sometimes parents need a little support, a listening ear, and a chance to talk with other parents in a safe, supportive environment to find their own answers. Parents who participated in our group say that they feel understood, heard, less isolated, and empowered to parent. We offer free, confidential parent support circle groups in many different communities around the province, including Nanaimo. Since the start of the pandemic, these support circle groups and other services that we offer are now being offered online. We have a toll-free BC parenting support line open to parents across the province. We offer our parent support circle groups virtually at different times of the day and on different times of the week using Zoom. We also have been running virtual parenting book clubs, and we have a new one starting later in January. The book that we've selected is No Drama Discipline. It's based on the work of the Whole Brain Child, learning to calm the chaos and nurture your child's developing mind. The group will read the book and discuss the chapters over 8 sessions, and we ask that parents register by January the 15th. If I have time at the end, I'll share my screen and show you what the poster looks like, although it can be found on our website. We are also planning to offer a webinar with Health Canada. Health Canada advised us that the BC Centre for Disease Control has been tracking an increase of accidental incidents in households since the start of the pandemic. We partnered with Health Canada to offer a session aimed at supporting those who are parenting. The hope is to provide updated information to parents and caregivers to ensure that your home is as safe as it can be for everyone in your family. And these sessions are free. The first one is on Wednesday, January 20th at 10 a.m. and the second at Thursday, January 21st at 8 p.m. The sessions will be offered through Zoom, and once you have registered, you'll get your Zoom link by email. My contact information is posted and it will also be emailed out. As I mentioned, you can visit our website, which is www.parentsupportbc.ca. If you look under services and find the Vancouver Island region, you'll also find my contact information there as well, and also in the chat. You can follow us, Parent Support Services, on Facebook and on Instagram. For any grandparents who are raising grandchildren or others raising the child of a relative that might be participating today, please know that we offer a similar range of supports to kinship-led families. And again, contact information is all on our website. I think I do have time, so before I sign off, I'm going to quickly share my screen and pull up the flyers that I talked with you about earlier. So this is the Healthy at Home session that I would love you to register for if you're at all interested in, you know, just finding some ways to make your home safer for your family. And I'm gonna get rid of that one, I think, and see if I can't grab this one. So this is the Parenting Book Club that is open. The sessions will actually start the last week of January. We're hoping that people will register by the 15th. And now I really am getting close to time, so I'm going to stop my share, and thank you very much for having me. Enjoy the rest of the fair.
Thank you, Sandy. All right, up next, we're going to have Clover Burgess. Clover is from the Boys and Girls Club of Central Vancouver Island. Clover? Clover, we're just going to get you to unmute yourself.
Too many things to do. Hi, everyone. I'm Clover from the Boys and Girls Club of Central Vancouver Island. And I'm going to share with you today a little PowerPoint on our different services that we have at the Boys and Girls Club. So there we go. So Boys and Girls Club of Central Vancouver Island has been empowering young people to develop, discover, and achieve their best potential since 1971. Our mission is our vision and our values promote belonging, respect, encouragement, working together, and speaking out. Here at Boys and Girls Club, we provide things for all ages and stages. We have 0 to 12-year-old programming through Family Place, Parenting Together, as well as daycare, after-school care. We have youth sessions, we have parenting groups, and so we work to meet all different people at all different places in their lives. Right now, we are offering a Parent Together. These are our virtual programs. There's a Parenting Together program, Flex Your Head, which is for youth, Gen Q, Parenting Without Struggles, as well as Purple Grizillas that are available virtually for you to enjoy. Our early years programs have trained teachers, early childhood educators, and our out-of-school care leaders are all taught to provide fun and educational activities for the children. We provide core programming areas. We have 8 core programming areas. Some of those are physical literacy, which we do lots of games. We have a Blue Jays baseball program, which we have also offered virtually. We do lots of outdoor stuff, especially right now when it's better to be outdoors than indoors. We have nature-based programming because it's an essential part of our programs to be outside and enjoy the outdoors. We have we promote social and life skills with cooking, with being in the community, and hopefully it lasts the children all of their life. We have educational support. We go to different places to learn about animals, and we do nature things. We provide literacy opportunities. We using the early years framework as our guide. From counting rocks to matching socks, we have the early learnings of math, clay, painting, gluing, cutting are examples of what we can provide to help children learn the world of art. Learning about peoples around the world and in our communities expands our knowledge on traditions, beliefs, and culture, as well as doing bake sales for older kids, leading activities with younger kids. We facilitate leadership in all the different groups. Going out on neighborhood walks, field trips, and into the community, we provide opportunities to learn, grow, and be with the people in our community. COVID has given us many challenges, but with enhanced cleaning and health checks, we are able to provide daycare in Ladysmith, Chase River, Nanaimo, and out-of-school care in Ladysmith, Chase River, Nanaimo, Lanceville, and Comox. Please feel free to contact me or refer to the NanaimoEarlyYears.org for more information. Thank you so much, and I hope that we can help you soon. Back to you, Amber.
Thank you so much, Clover. All right, so up next we have Amy Blow. Amy is from the Nanaimo Ladysmith Public Schools Strong Start program. Amy?
Thank you so much, Amber. Yes, my name is Amy Blow. I am a district learning coordinator with Nanaimo Ladysmith Public Schools, and a large part of my portfolio is the early years, which includes working with our fabulous Strong Start team. And so in NLPS, that's Nanaimo Ladysmith Public Schools, we have 8 schools, which are Strong Start to grade 7. Which means we have 8 fabulous early childhood educators. We are at Ladysmith Primary, Cedar Elementary, Fairview, Georgia, Avenue, Bayview, Quarterway, McGirr, and Frank J. Ney. Strong Start is intended for families with children from age 0 to age 5. And before COVID, Strong Start was a drop or is a drop-in program. However, during COVID, we have explored virtual opportunities for families. So I just wanted to take a moment and share a couple of the opportunities that we have going right now. Okay, and can I just get a check that you can see my screen all right? Thank you so much. Because I had another screen open, I want to share the correct one. Thank you. So this is our Strong Start page for NLPS. And when you arrive here, you can find right here, it says NLPS Strong Start site. This is our Google site that we've been working on together as a team. So all of the Strong Start facilitators have been creating videos and of songs and dances and activities that you can watch together with your child or watch on your own and recreate with your child after. And this is just our homepage with some exciting opportunities I'll talk about in a moment, but you can see here at the top, the virtual Strong Start for January is ready and it's already starting to fill up with opportunities for you and your child to enjoy. It features our different learning areas from Strong Start, such as sensory play, constructive play, science and nature play, dramatic play, creative play, numeracy play, circle time, gross motor play, and information about snack with your child. And so when you click on one of these, you can click on the photo or the words. You'll be brought to the page. So this is Miss Selena out at Cedar Elementary, and she's made a post here for fun with flour. And you might like to bake with your child, or you might like to have your child occupied while you get your recipe done yourself. And so she's created this video that you can enjoy. Also at the top of the page, we keep some family resources, and this is where we also advertise for like the Healthy Start fairs or other events and supports for families during the community. So I'm just going to go back to the home page because we have some exciting news. Although we are not in person yet, our Strong Start registration is now available for families. And so you can click on the link here and it will bring you to our Strong Start registration. As I said, we're not in person, but registering your child will allow you to be able to sign up for our new virtual live circle times, which are starting on January 13th and will be held on Wednesdays and Fridays. So this is the form for our registration. Should be nice and simple for you to fill in your information about your child. And even at the bottom now, you can upload a photo or PDF of your child's birth certificate. And so we hope that makes the registration a little bit easier for you. Please contact us, reach out if you have any questions or need any help at all. And then just as I had mentioned, we do have our live virtual circle time beginning January 13th. And so first you will need to register your child and then you can sign up for the circle time. It will be Wednesdays and Fridays. It will be at 9:30 and 10:30. You can come to all of them or you can come to one. So if you're late for 9:30 still eating Cheerios, you can come at 10:30. No worries. And in order to RSVP, please email earlyyears@sd68.bc.ca. Thank you so much. I hope you reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you and take care. Thank you, Amber.
Thank you so much, Amy. All right, up next, we're going to have Blake Landry. Blake is from the Vancouver Island University, and Blake will be talking to us about education savings plans. Blake?
Great, thanks, Amber. Hi, everyone. My name is Blake Landry. I work with Vancouver Island University, specifically on getting families signed up for education savings plans. I've got my screen shared here. I'm just gonna go through a PowerPoint while I kind of talk for some visuals. As Caitlin actually from Coastal Community mentioned a little bit earlier, she was talking about registered education savings plans. I'm gonna talk about a little bit more information and some of the grants that you can get for free. So I'll just kind of move along here. And I actually wanted to share some of the stats that we found as well. And here's one of the questions: why education savings? And one thing that we found is children with post-secondary savings are actually 31% more likely to attend post-secondary. And that's actually kind of a crazy but also understandable piece to this whole puzzle, is that as we're having more conversations around the dinner table and casually with our kids about, asking the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? We do find that those conversations do contribute to helping our kids attend school in the future. And so you'll see as well, children are 4 times more likely to graduate if they have post-secondary savings as well. And that kind of stems a little bit from the support that the support system that they have there. And the last stat that I wanted to throw out there is that it's expected that 80% of future jobs in Canada will require some form of post-secondary education, which kind of brings up the importance as to why we need to start thinking about saving. And so just to visualize this and why starting to think about this earlier on, you might have a kid who's 4 years old and thinking, well, why are we talking about this so soon? What I want to challenge everyone to think about is just the impact that growth and time can have when you have some money set aside. So this graph here, you can see, just kind of shows the differences between if you start saving when your child is born, if they're 5 years old or 10 years old. And you can see here, if you start saving when they're 0 or when they're just born, you put $15 aside a month, they'll have almost $5,000 set aside when they first start. And that's a great way to get started on their first or second year of school. Some people don't have $15 a month to save. Sometimes it can be gifts from grandma or maybe nothing at all. And that's something I really want to hammer on a little bit here, is that there's actually a lot of free money available for your education savings and for your kids. And there's kind of 3 avenues that comes from that I'm going to speak about. The first one right here is the BC Education Savings Grant. And if your child is within the ages of 6 and 9, there's actually $1,200 that's kind of no questions asked, doesn't matter what your income level is or anything like that. You just need to have an RESP set up and then ask your financial institution to apply for the grant for you. As Coastal Community mentioned earlier, they do all of that for you. Sometimes you might have to go back because it's only eligible when your child is within the ages of 6 to 9. And why this is really important is as soon as your child actually turns 9 years old, they're no longer eligible and you can't go back on that BC grant. So if you have kids within that age range, basically which is 6 to 8 years old, or you know anyone who does, this is really important information because that's $1,200 that it really can help a lot when your child's starting school. The second one is the Canada Learning Bond, and this one is dependent on the income level of the parents of the child, but it is up to $2,000 for each child up until they're 15 years old. And what's really cool with this one is you can actually, if you've missed applying for it in the past, you can actually come back and get that money that you might have missed applying earlier. And then the last one is the Canada Education Savings Grant, the CESG, which for every dollar that you put in, or maybe grandma puts in, or whatever that is, the government actually matches 20 to 40%, depending on your income level to that as well, which is really important. So as Caitlin mentioned earlier, setting up is really easy. I kind of encourage people to go in one of 3 ways here. Where we use a lot is I'll tell parents to go to smartsaver.org. You can actually put your information in and your child's information in less than 10 minutes. And it's a really simple platform. You can choose your financial institution. It's super easy. Option number 2 is I am personally happy to walk through anyone to work on this with you. So you can totally reach out to me. My contact information will be included with Amber's email. Or the last one, just talk with your bank, ask them about a no-fee RESP. And I'm sure most of the banks in town, obviously Coastal Community is a great one to go to as well, are more than happy to help you out with that as well. So thank you for listening. I hope that you learned a little bit about education savings plans. Here's my contact information. Again, Amber will be sharing that as well. Back to you, Amber.
Thank you so much, Blake. All right, so next we'll have Nancy Chutka. Nancy is from Island Health Dental. Nancy?
Hi, Amber. Thank you for having me. We'll get started here. Oh, hang on. There we go. All right. So I'm Nancy. I'm with the Island Health Dental Program. Just want to talk to you a little bit about what the Island Health Dental Program is all about. So we're basically here to provide support and oral health education for families. Our goal is to ensure that families grow up cavity-free. Kids are still, the #1 reason kids are having hospital surgeries is still because of dental decay. So that's our main role, is to help promote health and education around oral growing up cavity-free. So we also are involved with a lot of community groups to promote those oral health messages, to share that not just with families, but with other care providers, so those messages can be spread throughout the community. We are available to refer to children's dentists if there's a need for that, and to talk about snacking and nutrition support to promote, again, oral health and growing up cavity-free. We offer Smiles First clinics, which I'll go into a little bit more because that's changed since COVID. And then we're able to assist families with funding if you are really struggling to access funding, you don't have dental insurance, or your insurance isn't covering all the fees. There's opportunities available there. We also offer support for families in need that are expecting, so that mom can have a really healthy pregnancy, which can support a healthy baby as well. So our Smiles First clinics are just a consultation right now. We were doing face-to-face visits where we could apply fluoride varnish, but because of the pandemic, we're just doing phone consultations. So any questions you might have about your child's teeth, about teething, what to use, brushing their teeth, fluoride toothpaste, visiting the dental office, anything at all, you can phone public health directly and they'll set up a consultation with me and we can have that discussion about anything at all to do with your kid's teeth. And on that note, it's not our consultations and even our screenings before, when we see someone face to face, it's not to replace that dental visit. So just a reminder that the first dental visit should be by the age of 1 or 6 months after you see their first tooth pop out, because some kids by age of 1 don't have any teeth. And we're also here to help promote that first dental visit and support that first dental visit. Some people will run into some issues with offices saying, no, wait till they're 3. We can offer some guidance and some support in getting that first dental visit scheduled, because that's really important. Options for families, if you don't have any dental coverage, there are a few options out there. Unfortunately, we don't have universal dental care in Canada. BC Healthy Kids program, if your family qualifies for the supplementary benefits, then your kids will be covered with Healthy Kids through the BC Healthy Kids program. And that qualifies children 18 and under for $2,000 worth of dental treatment every 2 years. It doesn't cover costs at 100%, but I believe it covers 80 to 85% depending on the treatment that's being offered. There are First Nations health benefits coverage through Pacific Blue Cross. It's quite extensive now. They have really excellent coverage. If you have a status registration number, all you need to do is call your dental office or a dental office, give them that number, and they will get everything else taken care of for you, and everything's covered at 100%. VIU Dental Clinic, they offer screenings and cleanings for all ages of families, children up to adults. There is a nominal fee, it's around $50. And as long as you have time, there's a series of appointments. It's a great option for getting a screening and a cleaning done. The Code Clinic is an option for low-income dentistry. Unfortunately, at this point in time, the Code Clinic is closed indefinitely, and I don't have any idea when they're going to reopen. So, so that's not currently an option, unfortunately. And just a reminder to keep up with healthy routines. Start mouth care early, wipe those babies' gums with a damp brush, washcloth, start brushing with fluoride toothpaste as soon as you see that first tooth, and set up those regular routines, brush morning and night, and everything will keep nice and healthy. So any questions, just email me or call the health unit, and that's it. Thanks, Amber.
Thank you so much, Nancy. All right, so I would like to thank all the presenters for sharing such a vast amount of information about the free resources and services that are available during COVID. As the presenters said, all the information that you've heard about today can be found on our website. And I'm going to share my screen and just show you. I'll be mindful of the time here. So we're not going to go into the website, but just so you can see what you will look at when you log on to NanaimoEarlyYears.org. We have 2 tabs there. One is for the Healthy Start fairs. If you click on there, you'll get more information about our upcoming fairs. We do have 2 more scheduled, one on February 3rd, which is a Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., and one on March 6th, which is a Saturday at 11. So if you would like to register for that, you can visit our website and see how, as well as I will include that in the email that I sent to you. And our second tab is about resources and services. So all those resources and services that you heard about today will be on that tab. So we hope that everyone enjoyed the fair and that you received a lot of useful information. We have a short 9-question survey. This should take you about 5 minutes. All the participants that are here today that fill out this survey will receive a $10 grocery gift card in the mail for your participation. In order to get that link for the survey, you need to send me an email saying that you attended today's fair. Once you send me that email, I'll send you back the survey link. And once you've completed that survey link, you will be entitled to your $10 grocery gift card. I'm also going to send you a document with all the speakers' contact information, as well as about information on the next fairs and how you can register. So at this time, I'm going to share my screen, and my email address will show up, as well as the website address. You can take a picture or a screenshot of this, and I'll leave it up for the next 5 minutes. On behalf of my team and I, we'd like to thank you so much for attending our fair, and we hope to see you at the next fair on February 3rd at 6:30 p.m. Thank you.